Welcome back to the Sportsman Sofa. Here to talk about Germany's World Cup win over Argentina in the final last night. Matt, the right result for you?
I think it was overall. I think Argentina were perhaps the better team especially in the first half. But I think the second half, Germany had a bit more control. Argentina missed some chances. Higuain had that chance, didn't he? Messi. But I think overall, if you look at it as the 120 minutes, they had a bit more sort of control of it for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like you say, they did control the game, but Argentina will definitely look back on it and see it as a missed opportunity. It's not like they didn't have chances and they were just getting battered. They definitely had the chances to win it, and it would just be a huge regret for them, I think.
I think Argentina definitely should have won at the chances they had. I mean, a few sitters. I mean, Higuain was a sitter, Palacios was a sitter, Messi, you'd certainly expect him to score that chance. Germany, they bossed possession, didn't they? But I think that was all part of Argentina's game plan. I think Argentina executed the game plan perfectly, but it's just the lack of an end product for them that cost them.
I think Argentina, it's a big sort of miss for them, isn't it? They've missed a trick here because, 4 years' time, Messi's going to be, 31, Mascherano's going to be 34, he's going to be in Russia. You can see Germany winning it again, can't you? But Argentina, there's a few players in there, might be their last chance, mightn't it? And obviously, on Brazilian soil as well, they had a chance, didn't they?
Huge chance, yeah.
If they had one on Brazilian soil, it would have been massive, that would have been a huge moment for the country, and it's just a really big missed opportunity.
It was second only to winning it on home soil, really, wouldn't it? Winning it on Brazilian soil. Standout performer for you in the game?
It's Bastian Schweinsteiger for me. I mean, he didn't actually start tournament in the team, did he? He was out, and then obviously Lahm moved back to fullback, and there was that thing when he got the cut head and stuff, and then stuck his head in straight again after, which shows what type of person he is. And I think he was fantastic, wasn't he, for me?
I think that midfield battle, him versus Mascherano, for me, they were the two best players on the pitch, and I gave Schweinsteiger man of the match, but it really depended on who would win that game. If Argentina won it, Mascherano would have got man of the match for me, but those two were just so good in midfield, I thought.
Yeah, like you say, Schweinsteiger, he broke up play, passed the ball. I mean, arguably, I'd say he was probably outshone by Kroos in the rest of the tournament. Last night, he just turned up, outshone Kroos completely. I mean, Kroos had a bad game, didn't he?
He did have a bad game. That header back for Higuain's chance, he was very lucky not to be punished for that. Missed a couple of chances he would usually bury as well.
He's usually deadly on the edge of the box, isn't he? But he just didn't execute those chances well at all.
I think midfield battle was really important, wasn't it? I mean, obviously Enzo Perez came in for Argentina. I thought he was good in the last round, but he didn't really influence the game, did he? And obviously Mascherano, I think he's shown he's a central midfielder for me. He plays a centre back for his club, obviously, but he can pass the ball, he can tackle. I think the midfield, Schweinsteiger and obviously Kroos in there, and Kramer started and then came off, but I think they were really strong, weren't they?
I mean, what did you think about Messi?
I think he showed signs of what he can do. There was that time where he took Hummels on down the right, and then later in the game he went down the right again, came inside and beat Neuer, but the defence beat him before he could get the ball in. He wasn't at his best again. He was well defended against for a lot of the time against Germany, but for me, it was his moment to shine, moment to emulate Maradona. He didn't really take it. As good as he was throughout the tournament, dragging them through, he didn't really take his moment, I don't think.
Well, he missed that chance, didn't he? He had the one-on-one chance that, he's done it on the big stage, finished in the biggest stages, and he missed it. He dragged it wide, and he just...
It's what happened last season with Barcelona when they weren't playing too well. Messi sort of went missing a little bit. It's probably quite unfair to say that, but he didn't grab the game last night, did he? He was the best player. Technically, he's the best player on the pitch. He's with Ronaldo, the best player in the world, but he didn't do enough for me. I mean, that free kick at the end as well. I mean, it was casual, wasn't it? It was just over the bar, and then you saw his face after when the final whistle went, and he was just sort of down. And
he didn't take that chance. Goetze did take his chance. Some goal.
What a goal! Such a good finish. I mean, great ball from Schürrle. I mean, you can say the defenders lost him a bit, but to take it down on the chest and then finish it the way he did, brilliant.
And a word for Schürrle as well.
He was very good, wasn't he? He scored 3 goals overall. I mean, he scored a couple of the assists as well. Obviously, his stocks risen. I don't mean he didn't start a game, did he? But when he came on, he always influenced it. And I didn't know he had that sort of performance in him. He was good last season for Chelsea, but I wouldn't say he was one of the best players in the Premier League, could you? But he was very good. Very good this summer.
Germany worthy winners overall?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to look past them. Overall, they were the best team in the tournament. They did play the best football, but you can't argue with someone who wins the tournament. They were going to be the best team, aren't they? So.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think they had a couple of dodgy moments. I mean, against Algeria, they didn't play well in that game at all, and then a couple of group games. But I mean, to beat Brazil and Argentina in South America, worthy winners.
I mean, I don't think there was any team that didn't have a dodgy moment. They could have lost against Ghana, could have lost against Algeria, but They dismantled Portugal, Brazil, and beat Argentina as well. We can't really argue over the whole thing. They were the most consistently impressive team. They weren't great every game. They could have gone out, but for me, they're worthy winners as well.
Beat France as well. I mean, France were one
Yeah.
of the. I mean, to beat France, that was a really solid performance against France. They completely shut France down that
Quite
game.
comfortable, wasn't it, in the end?
There was a lot of good performances with Germany, wasn't it? I mean, I think that's the thing about them being a team. Like, there were good performances, for example, Neymar, James Rodriguez and stuff, but as a team, it was very strong, wasn't it? People like Hummels, obviously Mertesacker came out of the team, but even Jerome Boateng played really well as well. So it was a very strong performance.
And
When
they're young, aren't they? I
Yeah,
mean, they can do this for
they
the
could win
next.
in 4 years.
They can
easily.
do what Spain did
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
the last 6-8 years now, can't they?
Goats for 4 years. I mean, Muller's, what is he, 24 now? 24, and his record is
He's probably got 2 more World
yeah,
Cups
2 more
left in
World
him.
Cups. And then you look through the team. I mean, Hummels is still quite a young man. Tony Cruz, and you're thinking
Scary.
domination for me. Yeah,
It is a scary thought.
Yeah.
Right, that's all we've got time for. Thanks for joining us.